Dekker, Kent's one-day cup head coach, 2 wins out of the first 3 games and victory here against Hampshire. How pleased are you with the performance?
Yeah, you've got to be pretty pleased. Going away on the road trip and coming back with a win, absolutely fantastic. And then coming back to Beckenham, the desire to win home games, absolutely vital. So good win today. Scores possibly didn't reflect the quality of the pitch, but what a great game of cricket.
Yeah, I guess stereotypically we'd expect 300 plays 300 here at Beckenham, so to whittle Hampshire out for 168 must have felt like a fantastic effort halfway.
Yeah, and you it just shows how the game, you have these expectations of it's a 300 wicket, but we always forget the human element or the magic of sport element, and all credit to Hampshire. Carl Abbott, absolutely brilliant, put us on the back foot, and the bowlers around him made it bloody difficult for us. Still a great wicket, still a 300 wicket, but that's the magic of sport, and that's why we play this game.
Players Swanepoel in the last couple of games at Blackpool, he was swinging it round corners with the new ball, and then 3 for again up top for you guys today. Your overseas players, Charlie Stobo as well, really doing the job with the ball, and then I guess with the bat too today.
Yeah, I've engaged with Swanee prior to this tournament and at training around the Champo stuff and a little bit around the Vitality stuff, and always just got a bit of a sense that there's a hidden gem, and then how do we bring the hidden gem out? So we speak about enjoying the game, getting them engaged, confidence to open the batting, backing a player. And he's responded brilliantly. And the best part about it, when he's batted, he hasn't changed character. He's a pretty forthright character. He likes to puff his chest out, and I love that about him. And it's sort of batting, bowling, they're working together with confidence, I suppose would be the best way to describe it.
And in contrast, say, batting-wise, Harry Finch obviously getting stuck in, particularly in this innings, but he did the same, didn't he, at Blackpool when your team were in a slightly difficult situation, and he's come out with a couple of really important scores for you. Yeah, no,
that's the beauty of having someone like Harry in the middle order. He's really experienced around 50 over cricket. He stays in control emotionally really well. He thinks pretty clinically. So I think he played a huge part in this game anyway, and obviously against Lancashire again, that maturity in the middle that he offers.
How much are you enjoying the role so far? Obviously you've worked with a number of these guys in the second team, but stepping up into this competition, you enjoyed it so far? It'd be fun?
Yeah, Ben, it's always fun, so what are we trying to get out of it? I suppose guys use the word fun or enjoyment, but I think a more valuable word would be engagement. How do we make an environment engaging? Does it arouse a sense of curiosity? And we're doing things a little bit differently around that, but those curiosity, engagement, they're pretty powerful words, and we'll see what it looks like in 3 weeks' time.
And obviously fans have been talking about some of the team selections as well. You've been giving young players a go. There was a little bit of a quote from Simon Cook in the team news for this one.
Yeah.
Obviously people asking where's Ben Compton, but in terms of the younger players, you want to use this competition in a certain way?
Absolutely, so it's like anything. You've got your short-term goals, but then you've got your long-term aspirations, and we've got to recognise the long-term aspirations around players like Jaden, around players like Ekansh. Hopefully those guys are the future of the club, and if we'd be remiss not to take this opportunity to take them forward in this competition.
But Ben Compton's still got a role to play going forward?
Probably a question more for Chef. We've been pretty clear with him where we see him, that we believe that this competition is about our young players, and doesn't mean he's absolutely valued around the red ball competition, but the Metro Bank is as much about winning the competition as how do we grow a squad.
And I think as well in that quote from Simon Cook, he said it's about thinking ahead to the T20 next season, and obviously that didn't quite go the way the team wanted it this year, but possibly this is a route into that team for some of those players.
Yeah, 100%. It's like I said, those sort of long-term or medium-term strategies. What we do now, how does that make us more effective in 8 months' time? So I think that's quite important. It's always easy to focus on short-term success, but what does long-term sort of sustainable success look like and feel like for us?
And you talked about wanting to win games here at Beckenham. Got one coming up on Sunday against Middlesex. That's the next challenge for the boys.
Yeah, it's the next challenge, and it's this idea of expectations, and but every single game you start afresh. Everyone's on naught. Everyone's got no wickets. Middlesex will come here and they'll fight like hell, and we're going to have to fight like hell with them. So that's that gets back to this idea of why we play sport. It's always about the scrap on the day, and can we scrap hard? And they, without a doubt, will be scrapping hard.
Because you played them a lot at second team level, and they've got some good young seamers, haven't they? So maybe if the pitch is going to have a bit of pace and carry, like we saw at times, they might have a little bit of a threat for your players to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best part. You hate to play a game of cricket where it's easy. We want to play the tough games, and look, we'll play on the same pitch. They'll be a little bit used. Does spin come into it? Let's see. But at the end of the day, I was just chatting with the grounders and just saying it's a lovely pitch. They've worked bloody hard, and our scores haven't quite done them justice.
And I guess as well, just with the weather as it is at the moment, it finally feels like the summer's arrived, and the crowd's coming into an outground like Beckenham, and just the sort of festival feel around the One Day Cup, really.
Yeah, no, it's good fun, and it's like you say, it feels like a summer now. It was bloody hot today, though, wasn't it? Could drop a couple of degrees, I might be happier. But does it get any better than this? An English summer, playing cricket at a ground like Beckenham, I think it doesn't get better, does it?
And winning games as well.
Lovely.
Well done, mate.
Ben, thank you.